Any tips,
Yeah.
tricks, techniques for getting payers to pay once you've won the IDR?
You know what? I used the same technique I would have to pursue a contract, right? It's persistent communication. Who are you communicating with, right? That's the other trick. You have to find the proper contact at each of these entities, reach out over and over again, make sure you give them the right information. Everybody has a different claim number. Every payer has a different claim number. The billing vendor has a different
Right.
account number.
Wow.
The more organized you are, the quicker you're going to get paid. To be honest, I will note, maybe again unique, my experience, we got paid mostly within the proper time frame. I want to say most of the time. Again, I think it's because, the eligibility was there, the batching was there, and the decision came, and everything seemed to be pretty organized. There weren't delays with, again, maybe this was
That's a great tip right there.
it,
Be
but
organized in what you submit. Maybe you'll get
I think
timely
that
payment.
that applies to everything, right?
Of course.
But again, I will say back in, when we first started doing this in late 2022 or whatever it was, summer of 2022, a lot of tactics that have now occurred since then also were not necessarily being employed. I'm sure everyone here has heard of the non-initiating parties are challenging eligibility after submissions are due. These ridiculous tactics. That did not happen. I was not experiencing that, but those types of tactics have been anecdotally ramping up.
What's your sense of this legislation that's pending that may, in fact, create a penalty for not paying in the 30 days?
The Murphy Bill.
The Merkley Bill.
Anything that will encourage compliance is good for everyone. I don't know how an election cycle will affect these types of things, but I would love to see the Murphy Bill move forward. And I would love to see the proposed rule from 2023 also move forward. Anything that will ensure compliance and efficiency of the law, I think is a good thing.
What is the other rule that you were referring to?
The proposed rule from, I think it's October 27th of 2023, really the purpose is to create additional efficiencies. The rule will create an IDR registry, which is maybe one of my favorite points. Any payer, group, health plan, sponsor, et cetera, who would be eligible or subject to the No Surprises Act, they are required to register through the IDR registry. That means for providers like us, if I have to begin a dispute, I go on the registry and I plug in their name, their legal name, and I can tag, they haven't built it. So I would assume that I would be able to find their contact information, et cetera, et cetera. You have less ambiguity as to who you're dealing with. It's right there. So that will, of course, result in clearer communication between the provider and that non-initiating party.
It particularly addresses the self-funded plans where there's lack of clarity of who it may be and how do you contact them.
Precisely. There are additional disclosure requirements with the initial payment or denial, which includes that legal name, which is how you can find them on that IDR registry. All in the proposed rule.